Hey there, you're listening to the Purple Stories podcast with Jeff and Richeen.
All right, welcome to episode 5. What's up, Richeen?
Hey, what's up? Episode 5 is so exciting that we're still doing this.
Yeah, we got to keep it consistent. Consistency actually is the key factor for this podcast and stuff. So I guess what we want to start with is just how you doing or how you doing.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
You're good?
I know we live together, but it's always good to kind of check in and see how we're both doing. And I'm good. I can't believe summer is almost over.
It's been like 100 degrees in the East Coast.
I'll take it. I don't like winter, so.
It's funny, when we was first doing a couple of these podcasts, I was excited for the heat, and now it's too hot.
I like it.
You like it? It's like 100 degrees every day,
I know, but I don't like winter. I don't like ice unless I'm, home, but I don't want to drive through it.
Yeah,
I'll take heat over cold.
Yeah, it's a balanced heat, right? Like I'll take like 70, 80s and stuff, but
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
But I guess also the thing about the East, right? Like it gets hot, and then by like 4 or 5 o'clock, rain or some big thunderstorm, tornadoes or something like that that's coming down. So
it's hurricane season, so yeah.
It's always when I'm like, I'm ready to go outside and just go for a walk or whatever like that. Then
nope.
Right? I'm like,
and I always tell you, I'm like, go out and do what you need to do. It looks like it's gonna rain. You're like, oh, it'll be fine.
I gotta take a nap first. I gotta take a little nap and be ready to go outside and stuff like that. But you ain't gonna ask me how I'm doing?
Oh, sorry.
I know, right?
How are you doing? What's been going on? Anything funny happening in your life that I haven't seen?
No, well, how I'm doing is I feel a little bit hype right now because talking about the weather, before this podcast, I actually went out for a 3-mile run. And, that's how I kind of get ready in a creative manner, is like going outside and, I'll go for a run and then walk back. And that's, like an area where my creative thinking is there. Mm-hmm. Like just peace, like to just, get that vitamin D and then just be thinking about, whatever new creative projects we're working on or, clients that we're working with. So I feel a little bit hyped because it's just, we still living in a pandemic, monkeypox, like there's so many different type of things that's going on, but
that one's scary. It's like I broke out on my forehead, like just a pimple. And I'm like, oh my God, is it monkeypox?
I know, right?
Like, oh my God. And I know it's not monkeypox. So it's like, oh, what if someone thinks it's monkeypox? Like, it's just too much. And then like, if you cough or sneeze, you got COVID. Oh my gosh. Like you can't do anything. You're scared of everyone doing anything around you, looking a certain way. It's just still a scary time. And
it's just like it keeps piling on top of each other. Like, and that's the thing why, like, we love doing this, because it's a mental health check of just like, how we doing, but then also, just to say things that we're going through that relate to, what you might be going through. So that's how we doing, like we're in the creative mind frame as always. And we want to talk to you about some exciting things that, we've been a part of. So, a movie that we recently just saw, Nope. You can't be doing like spoilers, right? But like we was blessed, with our partnership with Agnes Moss of National Black Movie Day. We've been working with her for about 2 years now, and she's been doing movie screening for all Black movies. And we got the chance to be there, to help the marketing and advertisement for people to go see Nope, and we was able to see it.
And tell the people, what is Nope? What if, for people that have not seen anyone talk about Nope?
Yeah, so Jordan Peele, if you don't know his name, he's a Google search away from, seeing all of his previous movies like Us, Get Out, just some things that really just make you think like he's not human. He can't be from this world, the way that he actually like just writes stuff, but he really just, puts evidence of things that relate to like, you know, real life situations, but then he puts it as little golden nuggets that makes you have to watch the movie over and over to be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that was what he was trying to portray.
Yeah, it's like the Black experience, but with the sci-fi twist. Is how I kind of visualize his work. It's very real, but almost a what if that like it could be like this, and you know, think of it this way, or you know, so but tying in that Black experience. Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but you know,
and scary.
Yeah, like let's put it this way. Nope had me sitting. I went to go order food, and I'm sitting in the car because you know it's like, you know, curbside delivery, and what Nope did to me, and I'm just looking up in the sky at something for a long period of time. That's all I can say about that. But that's what it.
You have to go.
It made you just like, what the hell? Like, so it's just stuff that you don't even think about, that Jordan Peele just knows how to write, and you know, makes you mesmerized in real life after the movie is done. So, you know, thanks again, Agnes Moss, National Black Movie Day. We love working with you guys, and you know, it kind of leads into you know, a next exciting, you know, movie that's coming out, and it was like right after we saw Nope, basically the next.
Wait, before you go into the next thing, which is huge, can you give your honest opinion about Nope?
My honest opinion?
Yes. Now, we love Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And I've championed Black filmmakers and writers without giving anything away. Like, let's say 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up. Like, what is your honest thought of the movie?
I mean, like,
without saying anything about it.
Yeah. So, like I said, the way that I give a review for Jordan Peele is that basically, like, you know, I take at least 2 to 3 days to kind of like process it. When I come back now and I think about Nope, I give it basically a 9 out of 10. For real. Because like I said, me sitting in that parking lot, I looking outside of my car and just up into the sky, that's what made the rating for me go up, because it's just like, yo, hold up. I never even thought about it. So it's a psychological drama that some people, they be like, they're just looking for people to get punched in the face, you know, in movies and stuff like that, or running from bullets. But his thing is, he's coming from, you know, really take your time and really process what I'm trying to produce and stuff like that. So that's just me, you know. I give it a 9 out of 10 because it just makes me just, you know, think after the fact and mesmerizes me after. So what's your take?
I don't know if I can't give it a rating number, but I will say the acting was crazy. Like Kiki. The acting level was crazy. I was so engaged. Like, I would even want to see a part 2 just because I want to see those actors on the screen again. Like Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer. I don't know the gentleman that was the other actor. I need to find his name. He was excellent too. Like, they all just worked so seamlessly together. It felt very like real and honest. Like, it was just so, and it was so funny. That's one thing I like about Jordan Peele's films, that it's scary as hell and I'm still laughing. Like, why am I doing both of these things? I should be just like having my eyes covered, but I'm doing both. I'm laughing, I'm scared, I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Mm-hmm. I went into it on purpose without seeing any trailers, because I don't like watching trailers, because I feel like it gives me I want to go in it lost and figure it out on my own. So I was happy I went in it without knowing like anything. Like, I didn't want to guess, and that's
a beautiful thing. If you see the trailer, it just looks standard, like it's some type.
Yeah, eventually I did see it.
But the way that he twisted it is just crazy. But I'm gonna go through the cast real quick, just to give shout out Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya, Stephen Yeun.
He was good.
Brandon Perry.
Yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, hearing his story about his come up into acting was actually really cool. So they all did excellent.
They excellent, and that's the other thing too. He always basically just, you know, continues to bring on actors and actresses that you don't really know. Like, you know, I mean, you know, Keke, you know, Daniel and stuff like that. But
he puts them in a new light. Like, Daniel's character in this film, like, I've never seen him like that. It was just this mellow, country, very, like, he finds these actors that he knows they have the capability of like transforming. And like Keke, we know she's talented. Like, what? Yeah. But like the character she played, I wouldn't think that she would be that person, and she killed it. I'm like, that's her. Like, it's just great.
It just looked authentic. It just looked like
very authentic.
She didn't have multiple takes. It was just seemed like they just let Kiki just
be her. They were like, this is your name and this is the outfit you'll wear, and she just killed it. That's it.
Yeah. So
no direction.
That was the main. Go see Nope.
Yeah, go see it. Nope. Like, judge for yourself. Like, you cannot lean on how other people feel. Just see it yourself and judge it for your own. I thought I was very entertained. Now, when a movie's bad, I fall asleep. I stayed awake, so I think it was good.
Yeah, had you on the edge of your seat and stuff like that. So, okay.
Okay, next with entertainment and films, there's something else coming out really soon in Black entertainment.
Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2.
Yep.
Man, if people know me, I am the Wakanda vibe is my life. Wakanda vibe is my life. Let me tell y'all something. Wakanda vibe is my life. I mean, it is just what I live. And the trailer, and Angela Bassett, I'm going to just say it. She has brung back her Waiting to Excel, Tina Turner. Like, she put...
brung back. She never left.
She never left, but like... The acting that's about to come, I think all of the actors in this movie are emotionally just giving it their all for Chadwick. I mean, there hasn't been a time, I mean, there's been different situations that people have lost people that they've worked with, football teams, and, tragic deaths and stuff on airplanes and stuff, but this is, I think, one of the first times we've seen a major hero in realistic world, and also in a character of Black Panther as a superhero that was shockingly taken from us. So I think all of the actors for Black Panther 2, and just, I mean, the director, Ryan Coogler, they are putting their authentic best self to basically just, honor Chadwick, but also they just like saying we're just pouring out, the realistic things that we're feeling of this Wakanda tradition. And I love the name Wakanda Forever. And it's just exciting and stuff like that to be a part of that. Like, I mean, we talk about imagination and stuff like that. So, truly excited for that. I'm actually hitting up some people now to see how I can, be at the premieres, because, that's something I want to be. I want to be able to meet these essential people and be in the scene to just, thank them for just, inspiring me and just creating a real life Wakanda. Wakanda is in my head, that's kind of like how I live. That's how I dress and stuff like that. Black Panther for life, and honoring Chadwick Boseman and stuff like that. And he's forever with us, Wakanda forever. So it was, the trailer just was hitting people with all the emotions. What did you think?
Well, okay, like I said earlier, I'm not going to lie. I don't like watching trailers because I feel like it's going to give me too much. And I don't want to, how you watch a trailer and then when you go see the film, I'm expecting to see exactly the scenes that I saw in the trailer. And sometimes those scenes from the trailer aren't in the film, and it just throws me off. But I had to watch this trailer. Like, there was no getting around. This trailer was shared by so many people. It's like, I have to click on it. You sent it to me 1,000 times. Like, did you watch? Did you watch? I'm like, I don't want to watch because I don't want to get a hint. But it was beautiful. The song, Thames, she's a Nigerian artist. She sung it. What was the song? She did a rendition of No Woman, No Cry. Yeah. That was beautiful. It was just very beautifully shot and pieced together. So my expectations for the film were already high, and after seeing the trailer, I know it's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait. Actually, we have to bring the kids. The kids have to see it because they're still obsessed with the first Black Panther. Like, from the soundtrack to the whole entire film, they are like doing the moves and saying the words, so they're gonna love it. Everyone's gonna love it.
Yeah, so that's something that we're looking for. November 11th, that's when it comes out and stuff like that. So but just go see the trailer. The trailer, that's the first one will actually motivate to say go see the trailer. It's impactful and stuff like that. And thanks to Marvel Studios, for just always creating all these diverse superheroes and stuff like that. So I really love what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So now we'll go into our key, business topic that we want to talk about today and stuff like that. And it's called, and we want to talk about brand identity. As we go into trying to inspire you and motivate you for whatever creative visions and things that you want to do, we want to talk about how we established our own brand identity. First of brand identity, I feel, is identifying your identity. And the thing, what I mean by that is you can't just wake up and say that, you know exactly what you want to do. You might love a hobby. You might love something that you might have gone to school and all that stuff, but that identifying your own identity takes time. You have to go through obstacles and basically like see things that basically make you emotionally feel sad, go through a lot of different lessons learned and stuff like that. But you have to just basically look in the mirror and basically find what your identity is in your craft. And, before I, kind of turn it over to Richeen, one of the things that in my experience of finding my identity to be creative is I focused so much on building my strengths. Like I'll see this creative is good at something, and I focus so much on practicing to be as best as I possibly can like that person that I never accepted my weaknesses. But as time went on, basically like I started accepting the things that basically just like I'm just not great at. I'm still able to do, right? But I'm just not great at. And once I started accepting those weakness area, I found my true identity of basically like, how I can say, this is my vision for, a business or just myself when I go out to network and tell and kind of like, introduce myself to people and stuff like that. So that's a little bit more of like, how I process identifying my identity when we kind of like put the whole scale of like, a brand. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I just wanted to share pretty much what brand identity is. And I think you kind of went through like the uniqueness of your brand. And that's like the main, the main definition of brand identity is just to be unique and to differentiate. Oh my God, I'm messing up. To differentiate yourself from other companies or other brands or other businesses. But the definition for those that are just like, okay, what is it? How do I discover this and like what exactly is it? So brand identity is pretty much all of the visual elements of your business, from your logo to the typography you use to if you have a product, the packaging design, if you have a website, the website design, if you use any graphics on your social media, all of that is tied into your brand identity. And it's important for you to have a brand identity, like Jeff says, so that you are unique. Your business is unique. It's you and you stand out because you're different from the others. And it's okay to look at other brands for ideas on what works and what doesn't work, what other brands look like. You don't want to copy, obviously. But, and it's great to even talk to, like how we're talking. It's great to talk to other business owners to figure out like, how did you come up with your brand identity? Like it really is an embodiment of who you are and what you want to say to your audience and what audience you even want to attract. Like that all goes into your brand identity. And for us, Jeff, you can go into our brand identity. If started off with just wanting to start the business. Like, what is the business about? Okay, it's photography, it's video production, it's videography. Okay, is there a color that speaks to us? What should the logo look like? What should we call it? So really just started with name, then it started with color and what it means to us. And so it goes from there. But even when you come out with a logo and you come out with a color and you have a name for your business, it can change and that's okay. It can evolve. There's major brands out there that have slightly changed their logo, changed their colors. The company that I work at outside of Purple PPL Media recently went through an entire brand design. The colors are actually still the same, but they're like a different shade, which is weird that you're like, okay, what's the point? But the typography changed and that tweak in the colors, it just made everything pop. It actually looks completely different, even though it's like kind of the same. So I'll let you dive deeper into like brand identity, but it's literally just how your business looks, because sometimes colors and fonts can attract people. You be shocked. Like you might see Times New Roman and be like, ugh. But then you might see like Calibri, like, ooh, what are they talking about? Which is, it's funny to say that, but as a writer, colors and fonts, I'm attracted to that too. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, the thank you for the definition, because that's a key thing, right? And the next part is basically like, you know, what is Purple People Media's brand identity? And she basically said it: color. Color was the key thing that we were looking for, and color matters. color is essential, because the color that we came up with was purple. We wanted a color that basically, you know, exemplifies positivity, and we wanted to stay consistent to that. So purple, you know, purple was the color that we chose because, you know, you got the Purple Heart for people that, you know, war fighters or people that's, you know, fighting for our freedom. So, you know, that was just something that we saw that like, okay, we wanted to, you know, kind of make that, our brand color. The next thing,
and it means royalty. Sorry.
Oh yeah, royalty. You know, royalty, and you know, so basically, like, you know, then the next part was okay, logo, right? So one of the key thing about Purple People Media is that our logo is just a dot. It's a purple dot. The simplicity of that is that basically to just say that a dot is kind of like, you know, when you look in the lens of a camera, you're focusing on something. So that little dot is constantly moving and focusing on different people. So, you know, Purple People Media is always about, you know, creating a brand identity that focuses on people. But then the next part of our brand identity is basically like the way we spell people. So PPL, right? What that is actually saying that it's people's purpose of life. So Purple People's Purpose of Life, PPL Media. And what we try to put that together to make people understand and make them feel inspired is that you're sending us requests. You're telling us about key milestones that are happening incrementally. Weddings, you know, awards, you know, just
baby showers,
baby showers. Yeah, different types of things that are milestones at that given time. When you send us requests, we put the purple dot on you. And basically, like, you know, it's basically we're excited, and we want to make you a focus. And that's the thing, right? Because our full brand is Purple People Media, a media brand that makes you the focus. And we've kind of that was something we established in 2015 of just basically saying that is our identity that we always want to share with people. You know, it's the look in the mirror effect. Yes, you're putting a request and reaching out to us to come, you know, provide photography, videography, you know, advertisement, for you. But at the end of the day, when you're looking in the camera, we want you to just feel like you're looking in the mirror and you just basically are confident in yourself. Because I think basically, like, you know, when you say identifying your identity, that's the struggle that I think a lot of people have for kind of like half of their life, because they can't do that first thing of just identifying their own identity, you know, and it's hard to move forward into expressing your own brand if you can't even, like, you know, have the confidence to know basically, like, you know, what is your identity. So and the key thing is time. It's like, just because we're telling you this and you might feel motivated, like, oh, okay, I never thought about it like that. It's still time. You still have to figure out a way to process all of this and practice. Practice of just basically, you know, you might talk to a family member, you know, of like, you know, what do you think about this or what do you think about that? You know, and really be able to take feedback. You know, like Richeen gives me the realistic feedback of like what's good and what's not and stuff like that. And that really helps to, you know, just continue our brand, to, you know, be consistent for others. And
I'll just quickly say about the taking feedback. Be open to feedback and listen and consider it, but don't feel like you have to take that feedback. And this just is like life help. Like even as a parent, you know, people are going to give you feedback about what you should be doing with or without your kids. It's good to listen, but you don't always have to follow the feedback. So don't feel like pressured, like, okay, this person's telling me I need to do it this way, and this is the only way I need to do it. There's a million ways to get to the same goal, but it's always good to just listen to how other people are doing it so you can figure out what works best for you.
Yeah. Creativity inspires creativity. Like, you know, I get a lot of inspiration from a lot of people, but you know, how I churn it to be something that is unique. And like I said, it just goes back to like a Jordan Peele. Like it goes back to a lot of people that just see stuff, but they're gonna make your brain think that okay, it's one way. But then at the end of what they've produced, you get another type of like full learning from it. And that's kind of like the same thing that we wanna do. And that's the kind of like you know, our brand. But like I said, Purple PPL Media is all about, you know, providing a service, photography, videography, you know, advertisement. But that's the key thing when we talk about advertisement. We are a media brand that provides the service, but then also we are a media brand that highlights people, especially people that are on the ground in communities, you know, really trying to make a change for others. If you look at our social media, especially our Instagram, like we're highlighting key people that continuously know that, you know, it's a 24-hour job to make sure there's a community. We're talking about key major issues and stuff like that affect other people. And that goes with our brand. We have to stay consistent to that. We have to always evolve. As Richeen was saying, like, you know, when we kind of like first started this, it was, you know, kind of like just, you know, looking at photography, looking at videography as at a grand scale. Whatever came in, we'll take. Whatever came in. But evolving, where we sit now, how we've matured even more and stuff like that. We have now created a brand identity that partners with organizations and people that really are fighting for change. So that is how we've evolved our brand identity to say that the people that we focus on are basically like, you know, key individuals that are celebrating milestones, but also milestones that connect and inspire others, because we will religiously say this: mental health is an issue in this pandemic, and people need different ways of inspiration because they're addicted to their phones. They're addicted to basically like, you know, just looking for some type of somebody to give them praise into whatever they are doing. So we want to continuously put out a brand identity that is consistent towards inspiration and, you know, inspiring people to, you know, just make sure they don't lose their imagination and they can just basically like always feel good, just always feel good. So that's kind of like, you know, just the key message we wanted to put out for this podcast 5. And, you know, wanted to turn it over to Richeen to see if she had any other feedback on brand.
No, I think you broke it down. I had some notes, but I think you pretty much touched everything. I'll just like reiterate the consistency, being consistent, you know, with your messaging, being consistent with your design. Yes, your design can change and tweak, but be consistent. You don't want to pop out with one design and then like totally shift and like someone will be like, why am I following this page? It looks different. Like what is this? Like, you know, you want to be consistent. And just kind of reinforcing whatever your promise is to your customers, whatever your personality is, like just whatever it is that you're selling, reinforcing like that to your customers at every touch point, whether it's on social media or you're doing YouTube videos, like just reinforcing it every time, like the promise that the type of service that you commit to give these customers. And so, and I think we do that with social media. We're very consistent with what we post and what we say. And Yeah. So that's important.
When you find your brand identity, it starts working it starts working itself without you having to do anything. And that's
people will find you. People will find you. You know, if you're consistent and you're unique, the customers will come. Yeah. And you don't have to have 10 million followers. Like the follower count doesn't really say much. It's more so because when they're ready to purchase whatever you have to sell, like they're not on your social necessarily. They're in your inbox. You know, they're sending money through and purchasing your item or booking you for an event. So that's where like the true, followers count. Yeah. Yeah. And like exactly what you're saying, basically, like, the thing for us, the whole look in the mirror makes somebody feel good is when people see other people that we're making the focus, they start thinking like, well, I do have, this event coming up. Oh, I do. Let's reach out to Purple People Media because I love what they're doing, how they're just basically like highlighting people and it's just making them feel good. And one thing that we do a lot is behind the scenes. We taking our cell phones. We got, we're taking photos while the photographer's taking photos. We're just having fun with it. And, it just feels good. We're burning good calories, just talking and laughing and still capturing professional, high quality photo and video. So, and by featuring small businesses, creatives, maybe that person that sees it, they're not ready to book a photo session. They're not at that stage, but they see the person that we're highlighting and they're inspired to continue their own journey. Like, oh my gosh, look at this singer. I want to sing, but I'm kind of scared. I don't have a lot of following. Yeah. I'm looking at this person. I want to keep going. Like, so we might be inspiring that way. And then, as they evolve in their own creative journey, they might come back like, you know what? I'm definitely going to book Purple Media because they inspired me through, them featuring another artist to keep singing. And now I am ready and I can afford to like have headshots done or whatever. So and
that just goes back to school, like when it's like come together, hold hands, teamwork and stuff like that. It does not stop, even though that we're older and we're a little bit disconnected or from this pandemic and stuff like that. We can use our social media platforms and just any platform, a text message to just inspire people. But that's what we're doing, and we're going to continue to do because it feels good to us. So we're truly living our identity, and we're proud of that. So. But yeah, that this one's not a long one. We keeping this one like a little bit, short. Well, we're saying 30 minutes and stuff. So, okay, we're going to end it with our music vibe. You good with that?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go first because I know you got
I have like 3. So first I'm going to start off with Aluna. She has a song called The Recipe. Wait, let me pull up my notes because I want to make sure I say, because she features an artist in there. So it's featuring Kaytranada. Y'all should know Kaytranada, like what he's crazy producer.
The name is Aluna or Luna?
Aluna, Aluna. She's a singer from London or the UK. The song's called The Recipe. It features Kaytranada and Rima. If you like pop, electro, like dance hall, love the song. Like I have it on repeat. And the crazy thing is the reason why I even discovered the song is because, Beyonce's album Renaissance is out. Mm-hmm. Great album, of course. But someone, people always hating in the comments, but someone was saying like, oh, there's an artist that already has an album called Renaissance that was out and I'm from like 2020. I was like, oh, okay, let me look and see, I'm just curious. Like someone's saying someone else has the same album title. And it was Aluna, and that album is crazy. So I'm kind of glad whoever was hating in the comments saying that Beyonce has the same album title as Aluna or whatever. Thanks, because now I've discovered a new artist that I like. So yes, her album Renaissance came out in 2020, and it has a song called The Recipe on it. And the whole album's good, but The Recipe is like my go-to for the last couple weeks. And then shout out to Beyonce because the song Plastic, what is it? Plastic Off the Sofa. Yes, Plastic Off the Sofa. That song is crazy. Like just very melodic and a million riffs. Like it's just a beautiful song. So check that out. And then I have 2 more, unfortunately. Like the type of music I listen to is all up and down. So like, okay, we just went from electro and pop in dancehall. And now we're going to go to Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Because you said, oh, you love his album. And I was like, let me give it a chance. So I did find one song. All the songs are good. But I found one song that I have on repeat called Savior.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Love it. Just find it. Kendrick Lamar featuring Baby Keem and Sam Dew called Savior. And then the last one is Willow Smith. She has a song called Maybe It's My Fault. Okay. Like, it's an alternative song. Obviously, you know Willow Smith's sound. It's very alternative. It's a little bit of pop, but it's a little bit of funk. It has a crazy breakdown. There's a guitar player in here who's crazy. The drummer, his name is Asher Bank. Google him. Crazy, like crazy. I love drums. So like, I just love music in general, but it just goes fast and it goes slow and the beat drops and then it's yelling at the end. So if you're into that alternative, like, and a little bit of pop, craziness, like, I just love it. So again, it's called Maybe It's My Fault by Willow. Check out Asher Bank. He's a crazy drummer. So yeah.
Wow. You ain't gonna have no more songs for the other podcast.
I know it's so many, but I just like music all across the board. Like I can't just listen to one style.
Yeah,
I have to mix it up. So.
Well, I'm definitely listening to multiple music, but like I love how you exemplify and explain exactly why and how it connects to people. So
yeah, check it all out. All talented artists.
Yeah. Well, I only got one song.
Oh.
But.
It better be good, because I gave you 3.
It's good to me.
4, actually.
It's good to me, and I share what's good to me. But I actually, discovered this artist basically like through a sponsored ad on Instagram. But George Riley, she's a UK artist, and her song "Time." And as soon as I heard it, like just how you on Instagram you hear a snippet of it. And then some songs.
Instagram is helping me find music lately. I'm like, okay, what's this little? Okay, sorry, I was about to say another song that I found on Instagram that's so good. Okay, Doja Cat, Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
Addicted. I love it. Okay, go.
But yeah, George Riley, "Time" that's the song. I thought that it basically like it was gonna be one of those Instagram songs you hear just the snippet and you like the snippet. But then when I actually went on Spotify and actually played the full song, it has this like old school futuristic vibe. It took me back to like early 90s when I was thinking about the future and what the future could be. And the funny thing is it got nice beats and stuff with the drums and stuff like that, and just her vibe and stuff just had me having that song on repeat lately and stuff like that. So once again, the artist is George Riley. She's an artist from UK, and the song title is "Time." Definitely check that out, because I got that on repeat on my Spotify. I'm gonna listen to it when I ride out to go get some food after this. So that's what I'm vibing to. And so I can't do like 10 songs in one. Jeez, that's amazing. But like
but yeah, we have a playlist on Spotify. So if we're adding all the songs that every podcast we have, all the songs that we say that we love. So definitely check it out. The playlist is, let me pull it up. Definitely check it out. It's Purple PPL Media Season 1 playlist. So search Purple Stories Season 1 playlist. It's on Spotify. I'm adding to it after every podcast. So in case you don't feel like Googling these songs, they're all on there every time we have a podcast. So check it out.
Yeah, I love that you're doing that. So, but yeah, that's how we're gonna end it. Definitely go see Nope. See what that movie is, and be ready for Black Panther 2. We can't wait to talk about that without any spoilers when it come out and stuff. That might give me some tears, man. Chadwick for life. That's what we want. Just all the topics of brand identity and like some of the key people from those type of movies and stuff like that are keeping consistent to their unique style of being creative. So that's all I got for episode 5.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Like, see, you got this shirt on and stuff like that, like we just want to highlight the shirt and stuff for the people.
It says "Arrest the cops the rest, I can't even read. The rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, finally, they've been charged this week. And Breonna Taylor is a young woman who was murdered in her apartment by, I believe, it was 4 police officers in 2020. They had a no-knock warrant for her address. I think they were searching for someone that didn't live there anymore, and ended up firing 22 bullets into her home, killing her. And finally, the officers that were involved in that murder were charged this past week.
Yeah, just wanted to, you know, like I said, we always bring into attention the things that, you know, about community, and just that brings emotions to us for fighting for the right justice. So, you know, cool shirt, and that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for, you know, coming to listen to our podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yay.
Peace.
Bye.